Hi, I'm going to talk just a little bit about citing sources in a speech. And essentially what I'm looking for is four things. Who said it? Why are they credible? Where did they say it? And when did they say it? Who said it? That's easy. You would say something like, according to Nancy Smith, or Dr. Nancy Smith, or Senator John Doe, or whatever their title is if they've got one. Most of the time, that doesn't tell us a lot. Now, if I tell you something like Arnold Schwarzenegger says, and I'm talking about lifting weights and bodybuilding, I think that you know that he had an extraordinary career in that, right? Or if I'm talking about filmmaking and I say Steven Spielberg says, so I can skip the second part. I don't have to give the qualifications. But if in doubt, tell us. Like just because somebody is a doctor doesn't mean that they're a medical doctor. They could be a PhD. They could be a doctor of jurisprudence. They could be a dentist. They have all kinds of options. So it might be according to Dr. Leo DiCaprio, not Leonardo DiCaprio, Leo DiCaprio, professor of film studies at the University of Southern California, or according to Rory Rosterbach, professor of history at the Swedish Institute for Historical Studies, or whatever it is that makes them credible. And by the way, I'm assuming that you're using credible sources. That's a topic I'll put on a different little video. 3, where do they say it? As in, where did you find it? As in, is it likely that they distorted it or not? For example, I think One America Network is a bunch of lunatics. Okay, so if they say, according to Joe Biden quoted in One America Network, they're going to lie about what he says. Okay, it's just pretty much what they're going to do. If you think a source is too far right wing or left wing, or that it's too skeptical or not skeptical enough, or it's pushing an agenda like anti-vaccination, which personally I think is a bad agenda, that's a bad source. Or it might be that they've dumbed it down too much. Prevention Magazine is a generic magazine that talks about health and healthcare and such, but they often dumb things down. If they say a new study tells us something, it's because they're pursuing a narrative. You're better off if you can understand it with a source like the Journal of the American Medical Association or the New England Journal of Medicine. If you're going with a popular newspaper, you're not going to specialized, you at least want a source like the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, the Christian Science Monitor, not the Associated Press or the United Press International. When did they say it? Approximately, depending on the information. If I say the temperature hit such and such yesterday, I want a source from yesterday or today. A friend was telling me recently the economy has never been better than it is right now. And I said, right now? I think you need to update your sources. Right now, that's not the case. If you're giving me information from 20 years ago in some fields, that's really outdated. So, according to Bucky Fay, professor of communication and a member of the National Forensics Association Speech and Debate Hall of Fame, citing a source requires knowing who said it, their qualifications, where they said it, and it was said on this video recorded for speech classes today, the 26th of August, the year 2020. I don't think any of this is going to change anytime soon.